So it looks like the Intergrade Strike is going to be getting some upgrades in the summer. We're going to be able to make the perfect strike. We're using two sets, one with the ale pack and like its accessories and the batteries, and then the sword and the striker are going to be another set from what I see. Now if you don't want to wait, there is also, if you go back 10 years from now, there is the high grade perfect strike, and it has all the equipment and everything, which will work on the entry grade strike, but it's using the old body from 20 years ago. But if you don't have that and you somehow get lucky or already have them, you can always use the parts from the 144, I guess we call it no grade. I don't think it was called first grade. That was actually the 00 line. I don't think it had an actual like grade, just 1 to 144. Now this is using the high grade, the old high grade Strike Rouge IWSP, because I actually used the old strike from 2004 in a custom once the perfect strike came out, because I got the perfect strike, which is using the same old body, even though around the same time they came out with the revive strike, which had the ale pack. It was really weird that they'd use the old body for a newer release, but whatever, it's fine. But that just shows the seed kits. It was a really weird time. So there were two 144 lines going on at the same time, the high grade line and then the no grade line. And the no grade line, I actually want to see, it's not going to happen, they're going to be really expensive, but they came out with mobile suits you couldn't get in high grade. Quite a few of like the underwater ones. There's that one flying one, the Den, I think this one's called. There's other ones that you couldn't get in high grade form, so just having a version and painting up would be pretty cool, even though they're very limited. They were the cheap version, because those ones had articulation, the head, shoulders, hips, and ankles. So no knees, no elbows, no skirts, just very, very basic, and very basic in terms of color. Like the sword parts here, they were all the baby blue you see here. I just painted up and kind of weathered, but yeah, that they were all just the one color. Same thing with the backpack. If I pull it off here, that's the color it was originally, and I just painted it because it was just one molded color. Same thing with the launcher set. You got the launcher and the sword in the no grade, which are very basic colors, and then you had the ale pack in the high grade, and you could make a perfect strike. You just couldn't connect them to the backpack, and you didn't have the battery piece because that was an HD thing. So it's cool that they actually gave you the option to be able to do that. Now I don't have the boomerang. I have it somewhere. I couldn't find it. I looked and looked. I found the effect part, and apparently I started painting it pink like I did with the beam here and the little tip. I like the fact that this can come out. I guess I kind of gave up on that one because it was just going to be stored on the shoulder. Yeah, you have to take off the shoulder armor if you want it to have it on you. Like, it's not like clipping around the arm. You have to actually take the shoulder armor off, and then the arm here, the shield, just frictions very tightly. And you have to take the hand apart. I like the fact that at least they give you a double hinge on this connector for the sword. That was kind of nice. I appreciate that. Oh, and I did find this. I found the old no grade beam rifle, so you can see that's the color it was going for, because the torso of the strike was blue. Make the beam rifle blue. Don't spend money for different colors. It was the cheap line, but it does fit if you lose yours. So that's something. So where am I going with this? Well, they do kind of work on the entry grade. So you're looking at 20 years separation, and the parts still can be used. Now, it's not 100%. You still have to remove the shoulder armor. I'm only using the Strike Rouge, like I said, because I don't have the. I figured keep it consistent, all pink all the time. But you do have to separate it. Get you out of the way for now, and it doesn't really. You don't need to like keep it separated, because the thing is, it's not a very tight connection. This is not nearly. Actually, I can bring you back. As thick as the shoulder was, so it's not going to be staying on. It'll stay on. It just isn't going to be very tight. But if you keep it close to the body, you can kind of see it. It does wiggle some, but it holds. It holds. It does the job. And the shield, oops, the shield, it's got enough of the thickness. Like it works. It's not really stretching it or anything. It seems to hold fine. So that's nice. And thankfully, they still keep the same kind of peg hole connection in the back. eh. It's not a polycap this time, it's just plastic, but it is still designed to accept the striker pack. So, get back in your hole. So yeah, you can, if you want, if you don't want to wait, and you've somehow found these no grades, or you still had them from back in the day, you're not gonna, oh, you're separating, that's why. But yeah, you can have your own version with the entry grade. And the thing is, I wish I had seen them on eBay back in the day, and I didn't get them. I wish I had. There were clear variants of the no grade launcher and sword strike. And the only reason I want them because they're clear. And since they're clear, I don't feel the color, the limitation color is as big of a deal. So the sword pack would be all light blue, and you have like in clear, and everything else on the strike would be clear. I think this would be clear. I think it'd be pretty nice. But I couldn't get them. They're going to be super expensive now. Even trying to get the normal ones is probably very expensive because, I mean, they're old now. They're 20 years old. And I mean, probably now that the entry grades are coming out, what's the point? Because like I said, we already had the high grade perfect strike, which replaced these and made them better. And now we're going to get another version, which is, from what it looks like, is going to be better than what we got 10 years ago. So it's nice to have, but they're kind of obsolete, but I still like them just because they're part of like gunplay history.